Hi, here are for you again, Judith
And Tatjana.
with our with our recap from the ISU World Figure Skating Championships 2024 in Montreal, Canada, and wow.
Yes, it was a good finish for the season. It was dramatic,
Exciting.
and
I guess you had it all. So lots of things happening. So we will talk you through, and we'll start right off with the pairs because the pairs were the first ones to compete.
And the first one to finish their competition. It was the so-called widest open field, but after all, the ones who the home favorites and the favorites, more or less, Diana Stellata Dudek and Maxime Deschamps, they pushed through and they took the title. And what a story! Diana is now the oldest woman who ever won a world championship title.
Yes. So, and amazing what she has been doing, amazing what and Max as what they have been doing, and it was so great. It was so great to see in this moment. It was just wonderful. Diana said she was not feeling at her best at the free, but she was really going for it, pushing through. At the end, it was funny. She said she didn't even remember how they did. She asked Max, "How did we?"
Yes,
yeah. She said it was a winner moment, but
yeah, she was sick that day, and they pushed through. But I think they kind of won it in the short. I mean, definitely they won it in the short because the Japanese pair actually had the better free skate.
Yes.
But the short, they were just so sharp and so on point. And they scored, I think, also a personal best there, 77 points. And they were in the clear, deserved lead. And that's what gave them the title.
Right. So there, you mentioned Japanese team. They came back from a lot of injury problems, and but there was a lot of drama with them too because they skated well. So they were second in the short, and then, as you said, they won the free. But then after the free, already in the kiss and cry, the coach Richie, as the coach told us, Richie started coughing, and then he was feeling not good, and they could not even attend the award ceremony.
Yeah. Actually, the dry air was a problem for many athletes. A lot of them came off the ice coughing, but for him, it really hit him hard. And what I want to mention and what I didn't like at all about this scenario is that many fans online right away said that they are just not, they have unsportsmanship behavior. And that this is why they didn't attend the medal ceremony.
No.
Yeah, there were a lot of people saying that online, and why? How dare you? Really?
Yeah, this is crap. Sorry, this is really crap because even then the coach came to the press conference and said that the skaters feel so bad that they were not able to attend the award ceremony. They were not able to congratulate their competitors, and they were so sad. And there was yesterday after the men's award ceremony, they had a did it again. For the photo. They did the award ceremony for the photos, not the whole thing, but they did the photos with the skaters, all three couples on the podium receiving their medals, and Richie and Rico were posing so happily with their medals. They were really so happy with the result, and it's just not acceptable to say that they were unsportsmanlike.
Definitely not. And whoever who knows this pair, they always have graceful behavior, and they can be really proud of themselves how they developed and came back from this injury. They surprised me really with these two skates, and I think they surprised.
They were much better than the four continents. Yeah, and
in the third place, and to
Miniki, another great story. This is a new team competing their first season together, and they had such a great season, except for Europeans. But coming for them, winning the bronze medal, they were over the moon, and really exciting to see what comes next for all these teams. Because they are all, we hope to see them back.
Yes. So the fourth place finish was kind of a surprise. Not by the very consistent pair. Maria Pavlova, Alexei Syachenko of Hungary had two super strong skates again, and they finally also got the marks. They were complaining all along the season that they were doing so well and they didn't get the recognition. This time they were for the first time happy with their marks. They got a little bit more presentation. Maria said after the short, maybe the audience made the difference because they felt the spark from the beginning. And it motivates them that they finally got some recognition.
Also, great result for Annika Hocker, Robert Kunkel in 5th place, their career best performances. He too had some injury problems, and now they were able to come back so strong. Really nice to see.
Yes.
The Italian teams, usually very strong contenders. We had the European champions, we had last year's world bronze medalists here.
And last year's European champions.
Yes. Yeah, and this year's European champions as well.
Yes,
both teams. Yeah, Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarese and Sara Conti, Niccolò Macci didn't. Beccari Guarese skated quite well, but the Conti Macci made so I'm also coughing. Made some
mistakes in the free.
The costly mistakes.
Yeah, they had a very good short. They were even in 3rd after the short, but it kind of fits to their season. Speaking of Conti Macci, they just had so much struggles with the nerves mainly. I feel really sorry for the Italian teams that they're missing out so closely on the 3rd spot because they have Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini at home, another very strong couple, and they were really hoping to get the 3rd spot, but they missed it. So next year there will be a battle again for the spots.
Right. Yeah, maybe shortly mention also the World Junior champions Anastasia Metelkina, Luca Berolava. We're struggling, good short program, very good short program, but they're struggling in the free. They just said they didn't have enough energy left.
Yes.
So then the ladies.
I would say maybe concerning the free skate, it was maybe the weakest competition here. There were some struggles here and there, but we had the shining world champion 3 times, she said.
Yes, we got nice photos of that.
3-time world champion Kaori Sakamoto. She also struggled in the short, but she was fighting through like other skaters. She really kind of had an off day, but she was fighting through, still getting quite a lot of points out of that skate. And so she could bounce back with a perfect free skate.
Yeah, so that was nice to see. She was also so happy to perform that well. Isabelle Vito also had some ups and downs in the season, but she was on for this event.
Yes.
She put out 2 great performances, and it was so nice to see her happy and smiling and so excited after her free skate. She couldn't really believe what she had done.
Exactly, and there you can really see, you have to remember she's also only 17. She went through a lot. She had a lot of disappointment this season at the Grand Prix final and at US Nationals. Many were kind of wondering, is that the end of her consistency? But she proved wrong, and it was so great to see her so happy and relieved, and very deservingly won the silver.
Cheon Kim of Korea. So the Koreans, as we said before, a really strong team, and there's always someone coming out on top. This time it was Cheon Kim, who also had some injury problems in the beginning of the season, but then consistently kept building, and now is a world bronze medalist.
Yeah, and her consistency definitely brought her on that podium. She still lacks a little bit of charisma, yes. But she was the most consistent because, some who fell behind her really showed some nerve in the free, starting with Luna Hendricks, who had won the short program.
Yeah, she was great in the short. But then, as she said, she was struggling with a hip injury. So she was just lacking the confidence to pull through everything in the free skating. So unfortunately, there was a fall and some other errors. So she slipped to 4th place.
Like a very nice comeback story in 5th place was Kimi Repont of Switzerland, who also had another very young girl, also 17 years old. Actually, she's good friends with Isabelle Vito. And both girls really rocked this competition. Kimi had a fall in the short, was in 12th place only, but already after the short, she said, I will have a clean free skate. And she did that. And she came out on 5th place, which is really a surprise.
Yeah, yes, well, it's wow for Switzerland. Also, the second Swiss girl skated very well.
Yes.
Livia Kaiser, she is 9th place. So Switzerland
still going strong,
yes.
also in the men.
Yes,
so,
we'll come to that. Yeah, the 2 other Japanese girls, Monichiba, Hana Yoshida, did not quite perform up to their potential at this event, but they have so much talent, and I think we will for sure see them doing better in the next season.
And it was also for both of them their first World Championships. Even though we have to say for Japan, it's very hard to qualify for the World Championships. But yeah, some nerves maybe also because of that. I want to mention Amber Glenn, who again struggled in the second half of her free skate. She landed her triple axel again. But she still finished in 10th place, and the US secured also with her help and Isabel Levito 3 spots for next season.
Yeah.
Ice dance,
yeah. So it was the 3 teams that dominated last season and dominated throughout this season. So they were on top again. Madison Chalk and Evan Bates celebrated their 2nd world title, and they are really feeling stronger than ever.
Yes, not much to add there. They came, they were the clear favorites. They won the rhythm dance in the free. I think she had a little
there was
mistake.
At the beginning a mistake on the lift, and that the stationary lift there at the beginning, and so that was only a level 2. They lost some point there, and that was enough to that
lose
Piper
the
Gillis,
free skates. Yes,
but
overall, they
were the winners, and Piper Gillis, Paul Poirier. For them, of course, such a highlight to win the silver medal, to win the free skating with their dramatic Wuthering Heights. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed all 3 programs of the top 3 teams, but this was, I think, really special to
also with the arena in Canada. Yes. I mean, we have to admit it adds some extra flavor if the whole stadium is so behind them. And they had an amazing free dance, and they said, now they climb more and more. Last year they had the bronze, this year they have the silver, maybe next year the gold. I think Paul even said that in one comment, so let's see. But I think none of the top 3 couples has announced if they will continue. We'll have to see.
Madison and Evan more or less said that as long as they enjoy it and as long as that they feel strong, that they would keep going. The Italian team and Piper and Paul have not really said, and they said they are considering their options. Yeah.
3rd place was the Italians this time.
Also, Marco said he was not 100%. He was a bit sick, so it was a little holding back maybe in the free dance, not in the rhythm dance at all. They were very strong free dance, and then they had a little costume mishap when Charlene's blade got caught, the costume got caught in the blade and ripped, and that was a little bit distracting for a moment. Fortunately for them, it happened at the end.
Yes,
but it affected the lift. The last lift was only a level 2 because Marco said he was cautious, and then of course QE isn't as high if you don't have so much speed in the element, but it wouldn't have made a difference, and they were very pleased to return onto the podium, to stay on the podium for 2nd time, and being the 2nd only Italian couple after Barbara Fusapoli, their coach, with Maurizio Margaglio, to win 2 world medals.
Yeah. I really hope the teams continue.
Yeah, it would be nice to see what they come up with next season. But Lila Fear
and Lewis Gibson, they had the last dance for last Rocky Dance, and again in front of a full stadium. They really enjoyed that. Lila said she thought it would be bittersweet to let her free dance go, but it was sweet because of the great reception of the crowd, and it felt so good. And it's also like for almost half of these couples, it's like the hometown here.
13 pairs trained in Montreal and competed here.
Exactly. So they were also happy to skate in front of friends and family, as were, of course, now the 5th couple who are actually from Montreal.
Yes.
Born in Montreal, I think, from the area at least. Marjorie Loja and Zachary Laga. And what a story, because Marjorie had a concussion a few months ago. She said it was the worst injury she's ever had. It was really terrifying for her. She was off the ice for a bit. And only last week, the doctors gave the final go that she could compete here.
Yeah, so wow, and they were so strong. They scored personal best. So coming out with, coming out with knowing you are maybe not as well prepared as you would have liked to be, and being able to put out these performances is a testament to their strengths as skaters. Also would like to mention the 6th place, Alison Reed and Saulio Sambrovilichus.
Yes.
Very strong season for them. They cap it off with their best world's result, and everybody's excited to come back next season.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's go to the men. And
the men, yeah. Oh my God.
That was a crazy event. That was a crazy event.
The quad guard.
Wow, that was the best free skate he ever did. Of course, it was a personal best. He achieved the best technical score in a free skate ever achieved by anyone.
Yeah, and the highest
technical score.
Yeah, but it's also the highest free skating score.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's 227. It was higher than Nathan Chen's 224. Actually, Nathan was here. He was watching.
Oh, he was here. I didn't know that.
I didn't see him, unfortunately, but I saw a photo of him that he was taken here with somebody. It's on somebody's Instagram. So he was here,
and I'm sure he was so proud.
Yes.
He was so proud. And what is even more remarkable, that also Ilya was injured. He wouldn't want to tell what exactly was wrong, but he also said the final decision to come here was made a week ago. He didn't jump much in the practice sessions. He really took it slow. He was surprised himself after the short that he was so strong, and he was even more surprised after the free skate.
Yeah,
incredible.
He said when he took the ice, it was like, okay, this could be the skate of my life, or this could go terribly wrong. Fortunately, it went very, very well for him. And and his parents must be so proud.
And what I want to mention, I was downstairs in the mix zone in the green room when he skated. I was actually watching it together with Lukas Britschke, he was asked to do some more interviews, but he said, "Can I please watch first?" And of course, everybody allowed him to watch Ilya, and he was also standing there. And then he said, "This guy just blew my mind, and I can't say anything anymore." And also in the green room on these seats, there were Shoma, Ilya, and Adam sitting there, and you could really see them and they were, but it's really nice. They were genuinely happy and admiring the quad god and just accepting that what he did was incredible.
Yes, yeah, but these are because these athletes, they are. They know exactly what it takes to do what they do, and they can relate to it, and so they really have respect for each other. And it's also, it would be good if the fans have respect to the athletes. So
that's that. Yuma Kageyama.
Yuma also he capped off a very successful comeback season with his 3rd world silver medal here in Montreal, and except for that one fall on the triple axel, he did very well.
He did super well. He was very pleased. He also said he was in super good shape coming into that. He really proved that. Actually, all 3 Japanese men said that they were in super good shape, but Yuma was the one who proved it the best. Let's say it that way. And but we know that competing is very hard, even though you are in good shape. But he said he now, when watching Ilya, he really wants to work super hard in the off season to kind of try to catch up with him. We'll see.
Adam Xiaoyun.
Now that's the story.
That's another comeback story. That's crazy. Incredible. I think never ever happened that somebody who was in 19th place and skated in the first group after the short program, that this guy
took a medal,
comes off with 2nd in the free and wins a bronze medal. So it's just crazy. And he did the backflip.
And
oh my God.
I kind of thought he would probably maybe do it.
Because he had nothing to lose. That's what he thought, at least.
Yeah, he already said that he thought the medals were totally out of reach, and he just wanted to do the backflip to give the public a little extra. And though he admitted that at some point he started to wonder maybe these 2 points deduction would cost him a little bit.
It could have, if I had skated a little bit better.
Yeah.
And you know what is so funny? Terry Kubica, the American skater who was the last one to perform the backflip in competition at the Olympic Winter Games, legally perform it in competition, let's put it that way, in 1976. After that it was banned. He was here serving as a technical specialist, and Adam did this backflip right in front of the technical panel. It must be,
and he has had to deduct now. That's
it. So I'm planning to do an interview with Terry Kubica, so stay tuned.
That's cool. Okay, and in 4th place we had the 2-time defending world champion Shoma Uno, who, like Luna Hendricks, she also was 1st, and after the short came out in 4th. He didn't have his best day in the free skating, unfortunately.
Yeah, he
many
fell.
mistakes.
Yeah, many mistakes. Fall on the quad loop, and then the quad flip not clean. Some other stumbles here and there.
Not enough combinations, like always.
Yeah, that costs a lot of points. So that's why he slipped to 4th.
Yeah, we will have to see if he comes back. Of course, we tried to ask him to make any statement about that. He said he hasn't decided yet, or he doesn't want to say anything in the heat of the moment. So we will have to see.
Understandable.
Exactly. So we will have to see if we will see him again. Of course, his fans would hope that he would continue, but he had already such a long career.
He had a long career, had a successful career, but he's still.
He's still strong.
He's still strong, and if he feels he has something to give, and his programs were lovely, especially the free skating. I really liked it.
Yes.
Jason Brown.
Jason Brown
is just, he is a trooper, and it's incredible too. I mean, Jason, he did so many shows, and he only competed at the small Challenger event, the Warsaw Cup, and then US Nationals.
And then here.
And he was here, and he skated very, very well. There was one thing like, but come on. So, no quad, but he doesn't need a quad. I mean, it's still, he gives so much to the sport, and so many people love to see him. And I was so happy to hear that he said in the mix zone, see you next year.
Yes, he wants to have 2 new programs. He wants to continue. And what I think was also the interesting, maybe, that he said what helped him the most is actually all the shows that he did, because he knows this feeling of performing so well. He knows the feeling of performing in front of so many people. He said at any time a day, at any continent, in any ice rink. So this, and I really can see that this makes you more relaxed in these situations. And he said that helped him to, bring out his best in the right moment.
Lukas Britzky.
Switzerland. Yes.
Top Schwitz.
Definitely. Wow. He had 2 amazing skates. The 1 to 2 skates I wanted him to have at Europeans, but now he had them at Worlds. He was so happy. He said it was an amazing feeling, and he said he surprised himself a lot of times in his career. Also, a few years back, he never would have thought he would be fixed at a World Championship.
Yeah, winning the medal of Europeans, winning a medal at the Grand Prix. So he has been he's on the rise.
Yes, and he said he will see if he keeps surprising himself in the future.
Yeah, so we stay tuned. Denis Vasilyev's really
he also surprised.
He was also, I mean, 7th place is also great.
I don't think anyone would have had him on 7th place in their predictions, really, because he had a difficult season. He also said that in the mixed zone, this season was so difficult for me. But he did the right step in changing his free skate into something he loves himself, and I think this made the difference, that he never had like the spark for his old free skate, but this new free skate to the Lion King, it identifies so much with a lion, and this made the difference. And he had 2 clean skates except of the popped quad at the beginning of the free skate. But yeah, 7th place, very good result.
And also, I asked Dennis, so because this program, brand new program, but and he said he's probably going to keep it.
No, he's out in the mix zone. He doesn't know yet.
Well, I asked him. I said, well, yeah, but he hasn't like 100% decided. But I said probably he will keep it. It would be a shame just to skate it for one competition.
Yes,
and this program can still grow. So yeah. Then Kawamura wasn't at his best, unfortunately. He had when he falls, it looks so painful.
Yeah, because he's so fast. I think that's it, because he's so fast in everything he does. So if he falls fast and hard.
Yeah, he falls hard. Yeah. So yeah, he was obviously very disappointed. But
also Junwon Cha, maybe not in his best shape.
Yeah.
Injury problems.
But nevertheless, he's at least the Koreans secured 2 spots,
as well as the Italians, thanks to Nikolai Manola, who had a very strong, especially short program. And he also was injured because coming in here. But he was so proud of keeping these 2 spots for Italy, because it's very important. We all know they have very strong skaters like Matteo Rizzo back at home who couldn't compete here. So these 2 spots and also really important.
Daniel Russell might come back. So.
Exactly.
Okay. That was the end of the season, and we hope all of you will enjoy the off season and
some month without skating.
Yes. No. Well, I mean, we will keep you updated what's going on, and we will have more interviews coming up, in our next edition of the World Edition, so Period World Edition magazine. So you stay tuned and see you soon.
Bye bye.